Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's GTA 5 video, I'm going to be telling you guys about 50 massive changes that Rockstar made in Grand Theft Auto Online with the arrival of the Los Santos Drug Wars update. So let's begin with some of the interesting changes that Rockstar noted on their latest newswire. The first has to do with the Annis 300R, which is one of the new sports cars available from Legendary Motorsports. But the kicker here is it looks like Rockstar is only making this vehicle available through December 28th. I have no idea why they're putting a time limit on this kind of vehicle, but it certainly adds to the rarity. So you basically have 2 to 3 weeks in order to grab this, and it looks like it could be gone for good. And we'll talk about this vehicle in depth a little bit later, but it's a pretty good one, and it has all the Amani Tech upgrades too, which is pretty rare. So I don't know why Rockstar has decided to do that, but they have. And they've also announced that our free vehicle for completing the heist challenge is the Declasse Tahoma Coupe. And they told us when it's going to be made available for free, and that is from December 16th through December 18th. So the Declasse Tahoma Coupe is going to be available in just a few short days come Friday, and then available through the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So even though you might have heisted upwards of $1 trillion, you only have 3 days to end up grabbing this vehicle for free on Southern San Andreas Super Autos. Now, let's dive into some of the patch notes, which I will leave a link to in the description if you'd like to check it out for yourself. Let's actually begin with something you can do to the Acid Lab that I found kind of unique, and that is you can actually give them custom names. So if you pull out the interaction menu and then you go down to Acid Lab, you can actually rename it for $5,000. And Rockstar's pretty lenient in what you can actually choose, and you can really give it any creative name that you want. So instead of it just being called Acid Lab, it can be called whatever you want being delivered. So kind of a cool little fun feature right there from Rockstar that you might not have known about. Now, some experience improvements that they briefly touched on, but now we get to see actually utilized in-game. Number one, contacts can now be hidden from the phone through a new phone contact favorites option in the interaction menu. So basically, you pull this up, and then any contact you want to remain, you just keep the check mark by it. So you could make it all the dancers from the Vanilla Unicorn. You could make it only the players in your lobby. There's so many different variations you could go through, but that's quite convenient. Also, now all Agatha Baker Casino Story missions at the Diamond Casino and Resort can be launched solo. So this is so nice. You used to have to do them with other players, but now Rockstar is beginning to cater to the lone wolf style of player, and so now we can do them solo, which is really cool. Now, another thing that's really cool is bicycles can be requested from the mechanic. So you basically call up the mechanic. If you have a garage that has a bike, they will now be on the list. It's pretty simple. And if you end up purchasing a new car, the time for them to arrive in your garage is very, very quick. I'm not sure what the times were for you. I'm playing on a PlayStation 5, and I noticed that it was really only a couple of seconds before my vehicle got delivered. So that's fantastic. Another thing that's fantastic is the hide all option in the each map blip options category. This is back. So now you can make your map look as crowded or as cluttered or as clean as you want. I just basically put the essentials on there. I feel like that looks a whole lot better. And what's really nice is players no longer need to complete Hal's intro race to access the HSW upgrade service and mods. It was really a worthless tutorial that only took up your time, so I'm glad that Rockstar has removed that. Now, another nice feature that Rockstar added, or I really should say a bug fix, is they now allow players to launch business cell missions from the Benefactor Terabyte in all session types. So again, you can kind of just say that that's really a bug fix, but Rockstar is going to call it a brand new perk and a feature, but that's something they've also introduced as well. Now, some big-time visual updates occurred. Rockstar added ray tracing reflections to the fidelity mode on PS5 and Xbox Series X and S, adding more detail and contrast to the game world. And what this allows is for vehicles, characters, and more to be shown on reflective and glossy surfaces. So you'll see reflections in car windows, or if you see a chrome paint job, you'll see that neon signs will be reflecting off of them. which is really, really nice. Now, some economy updates that Rockstar have made: the money and RP for Smuggler's Run missions have been tripled, and participation rewards for these missions have also been increased, and the high demand bonus has been applied to vehicle cargo sell missions too. So if you end up selling these in a public session, you can get even more money with a high demand bonus. Now, some GTA Plus updates, we'll be talking about more of that in a future video. But now, match and heist bonuses available to GTA Plus members will now be displayed on landing page titles, and GTA Plus members will now see the bonuses they're receiving as a result of being a member at the end of their activities. Now, after that, Rockstar have also made some massive changes to the creator, including now having the ability to create our own HSW races. They say, as we continue to improve on and expand the tools available to our talented community of creators, the HSW Race Creator is now available on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S. So that is really awesome. They've also updated the Race Creator with a handful of changes, as well as the Deathmatch Creator receiving updates to play area, eligibility, spawning, scoring, and other general updates. Rockstar also introduced a game stability and performance update that's supposed to fix multiple crashes, and they continue to work on matchmaking and networking, which will affect network stability in GTA Online. Now, aside from that, there's also a handful of miscellaneous issues that Rockstar ended up fixing regarding contents, properties, vehicles, and more. Many of those occurring from the last update, the Criminal Enterprises DLC, which is usually what happens. And then they went into specifics for consoles like Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S, PS4 and PS5, and PC. I'll leave a link to that in the description if you guys are interested. Now, other than that, it is still a typical event week in Grand Theft Auto Online that is going on through December 22nd, so there's a handful of things that you definitely want to take advantage of, including the first dose missions, the new story content that was added. These are 2 times money in RP through December 22nd. So you're going to get double the money and double the experience. And same with Dax's Fooligan jobs that you can do as well to help boost up your acid lab, which I'll talk about in a little bit. These are also giving you 2 times money and RP. And over at our car showrooms, there's new vehicles to check out. At Simeon's Premium Deluxe Motorsport, you can get a look at 3 of the new vehicles added this week: the Zirconium Journey 2, BF Surfer Custom, and Annis 300R, as well as the Benefactor Krieger and Karen Everon. And then over at Luxury Auto Showroom, you have the new Overflawed Entity MT and the ProGen Itali GTB. Then over at the Diamond Casino and Resort, we have a brand new vehicle that's on the podium, and that is the Zirconium Journey 2. So you could literally get one of the new vehicles for free. And at the LS Car Meet, you've got some test track rides: the Benefactor Sterling GT, Fister Growler, and Vapid Dominator ASP. Whereas the prize ride is the Anus Windsor Drop, where you have to finish on the podium in the top 3 in a street race for 3 days in a row. And then last but not least, Rockstar gives us a glimpse into the future as they tell us what's going to be coming from the drip feed of this update over the next couple of weeks and months. They went on to say, and as a part of Los Santos Drug Wars, look forward to 12 additional new vehicles debuting at retailers in the coming weeks and months. And they also say to be on the lookout for a huge variety of pattern, embroidered, and unique clothing items in the events over the coming weeks and months. Also saying that beyond psychedelic trips and crop dusting runs, Los Santos Drug Wars will continue over the coming weeks and months to deliver new vehicles, world events, and gameplay updates, beginning with the new festive encounters and collectibles starting next week. And early next year, expect Downtown Cab Company to be looking for new recruits, a traveling gun van offering exclusive items, street dealers looking to pay premiums for your product, a new garage with the most vehicle storage yet, and much more. Stay tuned into the Newswire for the latest and greatest, and be prepared for the last dose to kick in just when you least expect it. So that's kind of your overview right there. There's a handful of those topics that we will dive way more in depth in. But for now, that should get you caught up on all the changes, updates, and fixes that Rockstar introduced with this brand new update, Los Santos Drug Wars. And the only other thing that Rockstar showcased on the Newswire was the trailer that we've been looking for this update. It's 30 seconds long. It doesn't really reveal anything that we can't already see right now, so it's not really any of the drip feed content. And if you've already done the new story missions, you've already seen a lot of the cutscenes that come from there, but a lot of people have wanted to see it. So again, it's in the description and on the Newswire, and you can check it out. In those comments down below, I want you to let me know if you have found any other big-time changes, fixes, tweaks, or updates that Rockstar made from this DLC that they didn't explicitly talk about on either the Newswire or their patch notes. Let me know what you guys have found in those comments down below. If you guys did go to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and all the Rockstar Games videos that I'll be doing here on my channel, and be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.